Hi, Eric and Bubba. How are y'all doing today?
Hey Trey, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited to chat with you both about this series. I felt it was so powerful. And I feel like I learned so much information like Bubba. I feel like I've followed your career a lot, but I learned so much new information and things that I didn't know and didn't expect. So I'm excited for everyone to see this. And Bubba, I'll start with you first. When you became vocal about everything that was going on in 2020, was there a point that you realized that, wait, I might be the next athlete activist? Was there a point where like the gravity of the moment kicked in?
No, there was two options for me that I thought about: losing my ride or keeping my ride, and that was it. Um, and my mom actually, she was like, after everything had kind of, sparked up and starting to settle, she was like, "Do you ever think you'd become an activist?" And I was like, "Nope, haven't even thought of that word until you said it." And so I still don't think I am. I'm just some dude that happens to drive NASCAR and try to make this place better before I leave it, and that's it. And so, um, it's definitely been a cool journey, up and down journey for sure. Lots of learning of self and other people, but that's what it takes.
Yeah. And Eric, for you, you've been a part of so many documentaries, but what was so different about this one and drew you to be a part of this and telling Bubba's story?
Well, first, yeah, Bubba has a very inspirational story, and what was happening to him is a part of American history. What he was actually pushing forward was a part of American history. So I wanted to make sure that we had that documented, and at some point, documenting it in real time. This is kind of like the first draft of that history. This documentary series, and we also wanted to show, particularly because Bubba was really interested in making sure people understood what it took for athletes to go through on a regular basis as drivers in NASCAR, what they dealt with outside of just race and racing. All the little things and minutia and that kind of stuff is important to show as well. The pressures that hit athletes, and it also feeds into this bigger story as to the stakes that Bubba had when he did speak out. Why that was so much more impactful, and why the stakes were so high for him there.
Yeah. And Bubba, for you, you were very open about your battle with depression a couple of years ago. And a good portion of one of the episodes of the series actually talks about that as well. How important was it for you to explore this, especially because mental health issues, are gaining people more vocal about that, especially when it comes to Black men recently?
Yeah, I think I've learned that it's super important to talk about your feelings and to be vulnerable, but not everybody can do that. You have to be comfortable and have to be confident in everything you do and say, and so it's a little different for everybody else. But yeah, I think is more the more I can help somebody. This is all unwillingly. I was just kind of sharing my experiences, and I had a ton of positive outreach after that, saying like, "Thank you." This allows me to have those tough conversations with my family, and I'm like, I've never thought about it like that. I never knew there was such a big stigma around depression, especially in sports. But also there's a big stigma just in life in general because it shows a sign of weakness. But when you're being vulnerable, I think that's one of the greatest strengths that you could have. So it's the person that's looking at it. How are you portraying it? And so there's always two sides to everything. But yeah, I think just being comfortable with who you are, allows you to do a lot of things freely.
Yeah, well, thank you both so much, and I can't wait for everyone to see this docu-series, and congrats in advance on the launch of it.
All
Ooh,
right, thank you.
cool
Appreciate
background, by the way. Look at
Thank
that.
you. Everyone
it.
always thinks it's real. They think I'm like in a forest. All
Looks good.
right, thank you both. Bye-bye.
All right.